Most people believe financial trouble begins with a low income, expensive emergencies, or unexpected bad luck, but one of the most common reasons people struggle with money often arrives disguised as success. You finally receive a promotion, land a better-paying job, or start earning more from your business, and for a brief moment it feels as though every financial problem is about to disappear. Yet a few months later, your bank account somehow looks almost exactly the same, your savings have barely grown, and your financial stress quietly returns. If earning more was supposed to solve everything, why does it so often change so little? The answer is not simply that people spend more because they can afford to. The real answer lies in how your brain slowly adjusts to every improvement in your financial life until yesterday's luxury begins to feel like today's necessity. Without realizing it, your standard of living quietly expands to consume the very income that once felt like freedom. This invisible process is known as lifestyle inflation, and it has become one of the most powerful financial traps in modern life because it rarely feels like a mistake while it is happening. Imagine receiving a salary increase of $500 each month. At first, you plan to save most of it because you remember how difficult money felt before the raise. Then small decisions begin appearing one after another. You move into a nicer apartment because it seems more comfortable. You upgrade your phone because the old one suddenly feels outdated. You subscribe to additional streaming services because the monthly payments appear insignificant. You eat out more often because you feel you have earned it. Each individual decision seems reasonable on its own, and none of them appears financially dangerous. The problem is that your brain evaluates these purchases emotionally instead of mathematically. Behavioral finance explains that people quickly adapt to improved circumstances through a process called hedonic adaptation. The excitement of a better lifestyle fades much faster than the financial commitment required to maintain it. What once felt exciting gradually becomes normal, and once something feels normal, losing it begins to feel like a sacrifice rather than a choice. This psychological adjustment changes the way you judge future spending. A weekly restaurant visit that once felt like a celebration slowly becomes part of your routine. Premium subscriptions no longer feel optional because they have become integrated into everyday life. A more expensive car no longer feels luxurious because it simply becomes your car. Every upgrade quietly rewrites your definition of what is normal. Consumer psychology helps explain why this happens so consistently. Human beings rarely evaluate their financial situation in absolute terms. Instead, they compare themselves with the people around them. When your income increases, your environment often changes alongside it. You may begin working with colleagues who wear more expensive clothes, drive newer cars, travel more frequently, or live in larger homes. Without consciously deciding to compete, your expectations begin shifting toward the financial behavior you observe every day. Social comparison creates a moving target. The moment you reach one level of comfort, another level appears just ahead. Satisfaction becomes temporary because your reference point constantly changes. Instead of asking whether you have enough, your brain quietly begins asking whether you have as much as everyone else. Traditional personal finance teaches that increasing income should create a larger gap between earnings and expenses. That gap becomes your opportunity to save, invest, reduce debt, and build financial security. Lifestyle inflation quietly closes that gap before you even notice it. As income rises, expenses rise almost automatically, leaving little room for long-term progress despite earning significantly more money. The mathematics behind this behavior reveals why seemingly harmless upgrades produce enormous long-term consequences. Suppose two friends each receive the same $500 monthly raise. The first friend decides to spend the entire raise on a better lifestyle. The second friend enjoys $100 of additional spending each month but invests the remaining $400 into a diversified portfolio earning an average annual return of 8%. $400 invested every month grows to approximately $59,000 after 10 years. Continue the same habit for 20 years, and the investment reaches roughly $235,000. Continue for 30 years, and it grows to well over $590,000 through the combined effect of consistent investing and compound growth. Meanwhile, the friend who spent the full raise certainly enjoyed more comfort along the way, but those purchases mostly provided temporary satisfaction rather than lasting financial value. The expensive dinners were forgotten, the upgraded phone became outdated again, and the newer car eventually required replacement. The money disappeared, while the opportunity to build wealth disappeared with it. Opportunity cost is one of the most overlooked concepts in personal finance because it measures what you never get to see. Every dollar spent today is also a dollar that cannot grow for decades. Your brain naturally notices the immediate pleasure of buying something, but it rarely visualizes the future wealth that purchase quietly replaces. Behavioral economics describes another important reason this trap feels so difficult to avoid. Humans naturally discount future rewards while giving greater importance to immediate gratification. This tendency, known as present bias, causes today's enjoyment to feel more valuable than tomorrow's financial security, even when tomorrow's benefit is objectively much larger. Businesses understand this psychological tendency extremely well. Marketing rarely focuses on long-term financial consequences. Instead, advertisements encourage you to imagine how you will feel immediately after making a purchase. They sell convenience, status, confidence, comfort, and identity because emotions influence spending far more effectively than logical calculations. This does not mean enjoying your money is wrong. Traditional personal finance has never suggested living without comfort or pleasure. The real lesson is intentional spending. Every increase in income presents an important decision. Will this additional money permanently increase your lifestyle, or will it permanently increase your financial security? Many financially successful people quietly follow a simple habit whenever their income grows. Instead of allowing every raise to become additional spending, they automatically direct part of every increase toward savings, investing, or debt repayment before adjusting their lifestyle. This allows their quality of life to improve gradually while ensuring their financial foundation becomes stronger every single year. You do not have to reject every luxury or deny yourself every reward. Instead, pause whenever your income increases and ask one simple question. Am I improving my life, or am I simply increasing my monthly obligations? That single question can prevent years of unnoticed lifestyle inflation. Financial freedom rarely disappears through one disastrous decision. More often, it quietly slips away through hundreds of comfortable choices that each seem too small to matter. Recognizing this pattern allows you to enjoy your success without allowing success itself to become the trap that keeps you financially stuck. Remember, wealth isn't just about numbers. It's about understanding the unspoken side of money. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to Unspoken Finance for more insights into financial psychology, behavioral finance, and the hidden forces shaping your everyday money decisions.